Now, I want you to understand that this little series that we're doing is nothing personal against Alex Jones or anybody else. But I happen to know for a fact, absolute fact, and listen to me very carefully, that people who practice this kind of broadcasting and claim to be an American patriot do nothing but discredit all of us eventually. It's wrong. It is absolutely wrong. This guy would take a call, and some caller would report something, and instead of saying, well, we're not, like I do on this broadcast, when somebody calls in and wants to tell a rumor, I tell them, no, we don't do that on this broadcast. If you want to call me tomorrow, I'll check it out. And if it turns out to be true and the listening audience needs to hear it, then, we'll make arrangements for you to call in, and it can be your story, and we'll do it. But that's the only way it's done on this broadcast. All of these other people, they take phone calls. And a lot of these phone calls are people spreading rumors. And these rumors, 99% of them turn out to be wrong. And it's wrong to allow that to happen. Especially when the host takes it and runs with it. Without any checking, without any calling, without any research, without anything. This is one of the people who pulls faxes off the fax machine and reads them over the air. This is the one of people who indiscriminately reads Associated Press wire reports and ABC wire reports and news releases and press releases without checking them out. Associated Press, UPI, especially ABC, have been well known to plant fake, phony, and false stories. We've all discovered that over the years. No radio host who reports the news, especially on a day when he knows that a good segment of the population is afraid, that we've been told to expect the collapse of civilization as we know it, and all kinds of things like that, to participate in this kind of fear-mongering.
Dave in Singapore, a first-time caller. By the way, in Singapore, for over a decade, they've had cameras in the bathrooms, public bathrooms. If you drop a piece of litter, they put you in jail for a couple of years. And it's the model of the New World Order. So Dave from New World Order Central, welcome.
Yeah, hey, Alex, can you hear me good?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm on a Skype phone. I got two things. I hope you give me a little bit of time to get to it. One is an idea I have for help fighting the New World Order. And the other is kind of about you, I guess. I just wanted to say, I started waking up about a couple of years ago just by studying 9/11 and realizing that was, what that was up. And then I started watching sort of usually our change videos and stuff, and I like to watch them with my daughter and try to educate her kind of about what's going on, explain to her about how 9/11 is a lie. And then I just started probably listening to your radio show about 6 months ago, and so you got exposed to you. And I just have to say, either if you're the real deal, you're like a hero. I mean, it's really unbelievable. If there's one thing I have learned with this waking up is that you can't take everything at face value, and most things are a lie. So I've really tried to. I have tried studying you, and I've looked at a lot of the things out there, and I've seen, I know there's a lot of people out there trying to debunk you, and like 99% of it's either garbage, or it seems like it's some little personal thing that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not all COINTELPRO. It's not all government. A lot of it's just mass mental illness, but that's all part of the overall programming.
Let me ask you one thing. What did you think of Bill Cooper?
Well, Bill Cooper was an alcoholic, and I didn't ever try to attack him. He got mad because the network put me on at night, and he thought I'd really never heard his show because I didn't listen to a lot of shortwave. I was busy. But I'd seen his book. It was all about flying saucers, so I didn't finish it. Somebody had given it to me at Access TV like in 96. And then he really started attacking me in 98 because he was an egomaniac. And, talking about flying saucers in the ocean and aliens and all this stuff. And I've tried to never attack him, but people resurrected old tapes he edited of me and stuff. And I just feel sorry for Bill. And he really let him set him up and, ran out there and helped him kill him. And it's just a big distraction, sir. I don't talk about flying saucers and all that stuff, man. I'm sorry. And so, it's all like an ego thing, like it's two football teams and who's for who. I'm sorry for Bill. But anybody, he was a liar, though. One time I had him on the radio, and he was cussing, and I delayed him once. Then I said, please don't cuss again. I delayed him again. And I said, okay, thank you. Bye-bye. And then he went around saying he never cussed. The guy cussed on air. He cussed at everybody. He was yelling at the board op going, you effing little idiot. I told you to call this number to effing have me on. And then he says that he didn't, he was a pathetic drunk. And I don't like attacking people, but if you really want to know, that's it. Is that your answer? You like that answer? Anything else, sir?
I believe you. I know you're putting out a lot of truth out there, and I'll tell you the best.
Look,
thing
man,
I heard
some dead drunk, and I'd drink a few beers too. But the point is, he would get falling down drunk. Okay, and I was nice. He said the IRS was after him. He needed help. I call him up and I go, hey, this is Alex Jones. I'd like to interview you, get you some help with the IRS. And he goes, I've heard you, you little SHIT. Mike in Wisconsin, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yes, I was just liking to say that these groups that you guys try to illustrate here, they're usually confusing and mysterious to try to pinpoint who they are. But I found that too.
Let me just stop you. You have the elite, the global elite that understand how humans operate, the first psychologist, the first psychiatrist who made a study of how humans operate. And then they can infiltrate anybody, any hierarchical organization, any system, and take control of it, and then even play different sides of their own mechanism off against each other because they know that you want the illusion of choice. And so they're in the Masons, they're in the Catholics, they're in the Protestants, they're in the governments, they're in the corporations, like for like. The elite congregate with the elite. The elite go to the same schools. The elite go on vacations together. Alan, you want to explain this to him?
Well, actually,
they call it the circles of influence. Well, that circle that you move amongst is your circle of influence. And Margaret Thatcher talked about it when she took public money and put it into the private school system for the wealthy elite, and she justified it by saying, these are your future leaders, they will grow up together, they'll be in politics, business, CEO positions, and she says we must keep them going. And that's how she rationalized taking the public money to fund private schools for the wealthy.
And then the elite also are scanning through the whole public school system, finding the best minds, and then making, the stories, we've had like Dr. Cuddy on and others, and you'd have these elite individuals, with the best test scores, say in Wisconsin at the government university, and then all of a sudden David Rockefeller would fly in and just be in the lunch line and walk up and sit down next to the young man, saying, we want you to come work with us.
That's how they picked Maurice Strong.
Well, what I was going to say though is that I think two people in history have illustrated very well who these elite are, and two of them being Benjamin Friedman and Jack Bernstein.
Benjamin Friedman and Jack Bernstein.
Which I have transcripts of them on my website at prothink.org.
Oh, you're that stupid twit.
Yep, I'm that twit.
You look like such a weak little punk, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Alex.
Hey, take care, weakling.
Thank you.
Why don't you come up to New York next time I'm up there? I'll be up there this year.
I'll see you.
I'll be there.
I'll see
you. Hear me? I'm going to be there.
I'll be there the third time this year.
Good. You come up and talk to me.
All right, we'll have a little discussion.
Good, punk.
All right.
You little coward, you piece of crap. Hey, coward, I'm going to be in New York. You hear me, punk?
Hey, Alex. Alex, it's all right, man. You can calm down, dude.
No, fuck you. Fuck you.
No,
this is the real radio show, punk. You just go ahead and come up there, you little cowardly soft twit. I dare you to come up to me in New York, you little punk. You little weak punk. Hey, you're a coward, and you're not going to be there, you little punk. Let him go.
Bet you I will.
Okay, punk, I'll see you there. All these guys. I've told everybody I'm taking the gloves off.